Today we were drawing Luigi step by step using simple shapes. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a bottom line, and then I'm going to draw my top line. And this lets me know how tall I want my Luigi. Okay, next thing I do is I'm just going to build out shapes. And we're going to box in our shapes just like this. Okay. This is where his feet will go. And he's standing at like an angle. So I'm going to angle my lines going this way. Probably more like that. And then bring his legs up. Then we have his torso here. This is where his belly will go. And it's just going to be an oval type shape. Okay, this is where his arms will go. Right about there. Again, I'm just kind of freehanding where I want those arms to go. So I'm gonna draw another oval going that way. And then approximately right here, I'm going to draw a square. Probably more like a rectangle. All right, and then I'm going to draw another circle. This is where his hand will be. And then here I'm going to draw an oval. That's where his elbow will be. Okay, so that helps us to determine where those shapes will go. And then his fingers are going to go right about here. It's going to be another oval. And they go up to right about there at the top of the shoulder, and then stop. Okay, now, this is where things get a little bit more complicated. We're going to be drawing his neck. It's going to be very short. Just do a little line going up and then a line going across and stop. Okay. Then we're going to draw kind of a teardrop shape going up this way. Not really a teardrop. Probably another oval type. But kind of like that. Okay. Now we're going to draw the top of his hat, which will stand right about there. And yes, we did kind of run out of room, but we have just enough to stop it at the top. So put that curve right above where that stops. And then directly below that, we're going to draw the bill of the hat coming this way, with a little line coming down like that, and stop. And then we're going to continue this little line over just a hair right about there, and that's where his ear will go. So you can go ahead and draw a little teardrop shape there. That is going to be his ear. Now bring that hat down and stop. And then bring a little line up and curve it over and stop. And that's where his hat will be. All right, and then on his hat, we have the circle emblem, just like that. And you draw a little L on there. And let's go ahead and get into the details of the drawing. All right, so here we go. This is going to be his hair. And then this is going to be the bill of his hat. Bring it up. And then bring this down just a little bit to where it meets with his head. So draw a little curved line there. And his eyebrows are just little C shapes. Little dark C shapes. but they are closer to the top of the head here, and they're upside down C shapes. So like that. Bring that head down. And his nose is going to go right about here. We're just going to draw an oval. Just like that. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and draw the eyes. The eyes are going to be upside down U's. Or on that side, that's going to be an upside down U because it's hidden by his nose. Then fold it over just a tad, and we're going to draw a oval type shape right here. Just like that. Okay. Then we're going to repeat that same design on the inside. And you can put a highlight there, or you can just color it in. I'm going to color it in. Just like that. Okay, so here's his nose. And then his mustache is going to go up. And under his eye here, curve up a little bit. It's going to come down like that. And over and stop. Okay, now his mouth. And it's just going to go like this. You can barely see the teeth in this reference drawing, or this reference photo I have. Just like that. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and move over to this other side. Put some details inside the ear. And his hair comes out at a triangle type shape, cuts back in and stops. And then his shoulder comes right about here and stops. And now we're going to draw the fingers, just like this. And they're all pretty much little C shapes. And curve back in and stop. This is where the top of his hand kicks in. This is where his glove will be. Simple. Bring it over, darken that in. And then one finger showing, like that. Cut back in where the glove is, and stop. Now we're going to bring this glove over, and down, and around. And then on the inside of his glove, we have these little teardrop type shapes. Very similar to the gloves that Mickey Mouse wears. Okay, now we're going to go back to our arm and finish it. So right here where the elbow is, I'm going to bring this all the way up and stop. And then I'm going to bring the shoulder all the way down where it meets with his back, bring it in and stop. Okay, good. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to the elbow on the other side. And his finger that's showing is sitting on top of that elbow. We have an overall strap here with a button. And then one over here that doesn't quite show the button, just like that. Bring his torso down. And on this side, bring it down. Then I'm going to come over where it starts on the inside and meet to the leg. Bring his pants leg down right about here. Bring this one down right about here. Bring it up, curve it in, and stop. Then I'm going to draw the shoes. So circle type shape, half circle. You can even draw a circle on the inside to make sure that it lines up perfectly. Bring this in right about there. And then bring this boot down and over. Okay, and then we're going to bring it up, round it off here. Bring it up and down and stop. And the top of his pants leg sits there. And if you want to draw the bottom of the shoes, just go around that same shape. Just like that. And that is how you draw Luigi. If we can, let's go ahead and go to our ink side here. Yep, turn down the opacity of my sketch just a little bit, and then I can outline what I've done on my ink layer. Yep. Okay, and just darkening in here what we already have so we can tell what we've already drawn. You can leave those sketch lines because it shows exactly the guidelines you took to get there, or you can go back and erase them. I like to leave them just to show how I got there to the final product. Plus, if I ever decide to draw it again, I know exactly what I can do to get there. Okay. And if you have more space, it's easier to draw this character. I would definitely say that. On an iPad, you're kind of limited just how far you can draw. But if you have pencil and paper, you can draw it as big as you want, which actually helps. Don't like that straight line. That's why I say always be careful when you're drawing, when you're inking in the final details. Okay. All right, and there you go. That is how you draw Luigi. And that's the finished drawing. So try drawing it again without pausing. And then if you would like to share your final piece with me, go ahead and reach out in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And make sure you follow, like, and subscribe for the next video.